Tonight on RBT.
Why'd you swap drivers?
Didn't swap drivers.
Well, who jumped into the back seat?
Do I have to go to court?
Yes, mate, you got to go to
Me?
A little bit wound up. We just got to be a little bit careful, obviously.
Just trying to put your head down. He's very remorseful. I think this is probably hit rock bottom for him.
You can definitely smell some intoxicating liquor. We don't know if his alcohol levels are going up or coming back down.
Turn it off, don't touch anything.
You're under arrest. Avoiding an RBT site.
You look drunk, sound drunk, smell drunk.
You got a one-way ticket to jail, mate.
Have you had any alcohol today at all?
No.
When it comes to road deaths, young male drivers are in the highest risk group.
Have you had any alcohol tonight?
Add in booze and their risk increases tenfold.
Thanks, mate, all good.
So is it?
You.
For police, reducing these terrifying stats is more important than ever. In country Bathurst, it's after midnight. And for officers Golding and Mooney, this is the drink drive witching hour.
One coming on the left, you're right if you go.
Up ahead, police clock 4 youths in a black Holden.
Nah, so you miss it.
The car's stopped, but there's lots of movement going on inside.
Not changing seats. Here they are.
Nah, too. Tim, wanted that.
Wind your window down, mate. Why'd you swap drivers?
We didn't swap drivers.
What's that?
Never.
You never. Okay, mate, you got any ID on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, grab it out for us. Do you hold a driver's licence?
That's why I wasn't driving.
You weren't driving at all. Well, who jumped into the back seat?
I've been sitting in the back seat since Lithgow. I mean, haven't we been in the back seat since Lithgow?
Driver, mate, jump out for me too. Take a seat in the car for me, mate. Have you got a driver's licence?
No.
You haven't got one. So have you been drinking tonight?
No.
Okay, so who was driving the car?
Me.
You were driving. So what was all the shuffling around in there?
I had a wedgie.
You had a what?
A wedgie?
A wedgie.
Yeah.
So where have you come from tonight, just then?
Lithgow.
From Lithgow you drove just then?
Yes.
That's over 60 k's away. And if Blade's also been drinking, underwear's not the only thing that's about to get uncomfortable.
Okay, and you haven't been drinking tonight?
No.
Okay, I'll give you count 1 to 10 for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, you haven't been drinking at all?
Oh, that'll do.
You've had a little bit?
Yeah, mate.
Okay, mate, it's come up for a warning for alcohol. So what I get you to do is I just get you to blow on the tube until I tell you to stop. Stop.
On average, 1 in 14 drivers tests positive for drugs. And for this P-plater, Sergeant Eggett delivers some bad news.
Your first test has come back with a positive result, okay, for amphetamine. So at this stage, we're going to place you on the rest and you're going to go in the bus and then we're going to do a secondary test.
Newen was on his way home after dropping some mates at a house party.
Just going to have to get some details from you. Can you tell me any reason why your preliminary drug test returned positive? There's no reason for it to have come back positive, is that what you're saying?
Because I took drugs, that's the only reason.
How often do you take drugs?
Socially, weekends.
Okay. And what do you do for work?
Nothing at the moment. Got fired just recently.
Okay. And what about your parents? Are they aware of?
Yes. I was working with my father.
Already down on his luck, a second positive drug test will make things even tougher.
Just get you to put that underneath your tongue. Yep. That's it. Just try to put your head down and draw the saliva to it.
In New South Wales, drug driving is now so serious it kills almost as many people as drink driving. Police officers are trained to be good students of human behaviour.
Is that it? Move her out of here.
But some humans are harder to read than others. This driver's just left a nearby hotel. And officers Dardell and Turner have their suspicions.
You've been stopped today for a purpose of a random breath test. Any alcohol for you today, mate?
Yeah.
How long ago?
3 hours ago.
How many drinks?
2 glasses of wine.
2 glasses of wine 3 hours ago?
Yes.
Okay.
As well as 2 glasses of wine, driver Murad is also running on an unusual licence. It's Californian.
You can definitely smell some intoxicating liquor. It's not very strong, but it's definitely there. Because you've had, you said to me that you've had a few drinks.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to be honest, buddy.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Because you said you had a few drinks, I'm going to put a tube on.
I had.
Okay, and I'll get you to blow into the tube, all right?
No worries, mate. No worries. No worries.
When someone says no worries 3 times, could be they're worried.
Now, blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop there, all right. All right. Just take the keys out of the ignition for me, mate.
Yeah.
He's just over. If Murad did only have 2 glasses of wine, they were big ones.
So he's just slightly over at this stage, but we don't know if his alcohol levels are going up or coming back down. So back at the station, we'll get a better reading.
Being a little over could be a big problem for Murad.
Come out to the back of that police car on the boot.
He's over visiting family, but as an American resident, his visa could land him in hot water.
We'll have to double check that because if he's due to leave the country, then it's a matter of maybe even being bail refused to appear before the court, because if he's due to leave tomorrow, how can we be assured that he's going to appear before the court come a couple of weeks' time?
Murad's alcohol level's right on the edge. If it doesn't drop, he could find himself the guest of an Australian jail. Saturday evening in Revesby, and officers Small and Uran are on the prowl for drivers who have traded in 1 too many beers. And the shift has barely begun when they spot a ute leaving a pub.
Senior Castle Small for Bankstown Highway. Mate, you got your licence there, thanks. Any drinks tonight?
Yeah, I just had a couple of the pub just then.
How many, Joe, man?
Probably 2, 3.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
This local lad was heading home for a date with his girlfriend.
So I need you to blow into this tube continuously until I tell you to stop, okay? Thank you. At this point in time, you're under arrest for the purpose of breath analysis, okay? You have gone over the legal limit.
Oh, really?
He actually smells quite strong of alcohol. His eyes are really glassy. He's even starting to slur his speech. He's uncoordinated with his hands, all the classic signs of being drunk.
Hey, come with me, mate.
He says that he's had 2 drinks at the local.
Hands out in front of you? No, in front.
Oh, he's definitely had more than 2.
Is that all right for you?
Definitely had more than 2.
Doesn't hurt?
I wouldn't be surprised if his blood alcohol actually goes up. So we'll see how we go.
How often do you take drugs?
In Bankstown, people at Newen's recent highs have left him at an all-time low.
Socially, weekends.
He's recently lost his job, and now he's facing a drug driving charge.
So is this going to change anything in terms of your lifestyle and habit?
Yes, it will.
Okay. So is that a good thing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Nguyen. The sample has come back positive again. Is there anything you want to tell me? Okay.
Nguyen's final result will come from the lab, but for now, he won't be driving anywhere for 24 hours.
He's very remorseful. He knew what the result was prior to me to, explaining it to him. I think he's getting to a low in his life. I think this is probably hit rock bottom for him. Hopefully it is a wake-up call and he can get his life back on track.
Changing seats. Here they are. I do.
In Bathurst, police had their hands full.
Why'd you swap drivers?
We didn't swap drivers.
20-year-old Blade claims he was actually driving, not his mate Blake.
Okay,
He hasn't got a licence and reckons he's only had a few.
Okay, mate. Well, at this stage, under arrest for the purpose of breath analysis. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, mate.
He's blown mid-range, but the surprises don't stop there.
You on any bail or anything like that?
Yeah, I've got a 12-month good baby bond.
Okay, but you're not on bail, you're not on a curfew bail or anything like that?
I'm all right.
After a 60k joyride, it's the end of the road for Blade.
Can I go to the toilet first, please?
When you get back to station, I think he'll definitely go over. You can smell it on him, yeah. He's a bit unsteady on his feet.
At the station, the effects of all that alcohol begin to show.
Oi, where are we?
He just wants to go home. As you can probably hear him still out there, he's fairly intoxicated. He's a little bit wound up. We just got to be a little bit careful, obviously, of him in there. Just come down here.
Stand in there, mate.
Just go around to that red chair for us, mate. Thanks, mate.
Why can't you just drop me off and let me go to sleep?
Worry about that later.
You done this before?
Plenty of times, mate.
Have you?
Oh, not like for this, because I don't usually drive.
How many drinks did you have?
I don't know how many. This is bullshit.
You're directed to submit to a breath analysis by blowing air from your lungs in one continuous breath. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Because I have to do it again if you don't listen.
I know, I'm gonna blow in, it's gonna get tested wrong, and then I'm gonna trouble anyway.
Just listen to me. Okay, one big breath till I tell you to stop. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Beautiful, that'll do it.
Stresses me out too much.
American resident Murad blew just over the limit roadside.
Do you want to hop out of the car for me?
He knows his limits back home, but down under, that could be his downfall.
You know what the limits are in this country here?
I think 0.8.
0.05 is the legal limit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So 5 is the limit, 0.05 is the limit, so you have to be under the limit. So 4.9 and under. Okay.
Sorry, man. I counted as
mate, don't be sorry to me. It's not, you're not offending me.
Because in California,
Yeah.
0.08.
Okay.
This is our limit, man.
Yeah. So have you ever been arrested by police before?
No, never.
First time?
Buddy. First time, man.
Yeah.
You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'm a pot smoker, buddy.
What's that got to do with alcohol?
I just had 2 wine glasses with my mom.
Yeah.
She wants to talk to me, and I like to talk.
Yeah, but everyone's different, mate. The wine affects everyone differently.
Exactly.
I might have 2 wines and then I can't. That's it. I can't even walk.
Murad's sticking to his story of just 2 drinks, but not everyone's convinced.
We made some observations of him. His emotions were all over the shop. He was happy, happy to talk to us, happy to see us, and then he'll get a bit upset, obviously, at the situations that he found himself into.
Originally, I was born in Iraq, and of the situation of what happened in Iraq and everything, I almost got killed over there, and my mom also, with the car bombs and everything. And then I applied as a refugee, and America accepted me. And my brother and my sister, they decided to come to Australia. This is my story, actually, man.
You got a bit of a rough tale.
Yeah, mate.
And if he blows over, things could be about to get even rougher.
Afternoon, driver. How are you, mate?
In Reedsby, this local landscaper has dug himself into a very deep hole.
Thank you. Well, at this point in time, you're under arrest for the purpose of breath analysis, okay?
A couple of beers after work and he's blown mid-range.
Got a girlfriend, so we're going to be going to the movies with her, so that's why I was going home to have a shower. She's probably calling my phone, whoever's got my phone.
And the revelations don't stop there, as his drinks tally suddenly doubles.
How many were you drinking?
I'll just finish my fourth one just when I finish, so boss is going to be spewing. I drive the tipper truck for work, so I've done the wrong thing. Shouldn't have drove.
Home's just 2 k's away, but after 4 beers, this young driver's playing a risky game.
At the moment, his range is in the mid-range, and I think he's on his way up. He doesn't have far to go before he starts to hit the high-range readings.
What's going to the movies?
What time's your movie?
I don't know.
You don't know? It might be a late session now. You're more worried about what your girlfriend's going to do.
Oh, well, done the wrong thing. Pay the price. Obviously, I'm over.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, mate.
I reckon I'll be low range.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
At the roadside, he blew .115, but that's a long way off low range.
You're going to pick a number. So if you're thinking low range is between 05 and 079. So did you want to pick a number?
07.
0.070. Okay. So just blow into that until I tell you to stop. Don't listen to the machine. Go. Beautiful. Thanks, mate. Nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit? Just a little bit?
Yeah. Starting to get nervous now, just waiting.
In Bathurst, 20-year-old Blade reckons he's already on a good behaviour bond.
I can't remember exactly what it was for, but I got out of jail in July. So it's probably something to do with that.
Things aren't looking good. He doesn't have a licence, and if he blows over again, he could be back behind bars.
Okay, the instruments analysed a sample of your breath and returned a reading of 0.091 grams of alcohol in 210 litres of breath.
And what's that?
That means you're mid-range.
At least it wasn't bad.
That is a bad range, mate. That's a very bad range.
Mid?
Yep.
Oh.
But just as things were looking like rock bottom, Blade gets a lucky break.
Yeah, just had a look at Blade on our system. There's nothing that flags him as someone that we would bar refuse or hold overnight. As he said at the scene, he was on good behaviour. There's no good behaviour bond there that comes up on our system.
He's free for now, but he'll still face a judge further down the track.
Do I have to go to court?
Yes, mate, you got to go to
Me? I mean, sorry.
Okay.
I just got off bail.
See you later, mate.
Police think they've seen the last of Blade, but what he and mate Blake do next astounds them.
I just come through over there, mate.
Despite failing a roadside test, American Murad insists he's only had 2 glasses of wine. But his mood swings suggest he's had more than that.
All right, take a deep breath in and blow into it.
Depending on Murad's visa, a positive result could mean not just losing his driving privileges,
Beautiful. Thanks, sir.
but possibly spending a night in jail.
This instrument has analysed a sample of your breath and has returned a reading of 0.039.
Okay.
Okay? So you've gone under the legal limit.
I did?
Yeah.
Murad has had a very lucky escape.
I'm so happy now, mate.
Okay, let me read
I'm
this
so
out to
happy.
you.
I'm just like, to be honest, look, because I have wife and I have my family, I didn't want to do anything trouble in here.
This is your copy. Yeah.
Yeah?
We'll take you back.
Home free, Murad is off to celebrate.
Well, after that, I'm just gonna go on party and have a lot of drink, but not driving.
In the Revesby RBT bus, this tradie needs to get under .08 to have any chance of keeping his licence.
Beautiful. Thanks, mate. Brave enough to go for a number. You going to pick a number?
A number?
Yeah.
07.
070. This instrument has analysed a sample of your breath and returned a reading of 0.079. So you're able to keep your licence tonight.
That was close.
You're bloody close, actually. Had you hit 080, you'd be losing your licence until court.
It's a bitter pill to swallow, and this landscaper is lucky to be walking away with his licence.
Just don't drive tonight, you'll only get yourself
Nah, drive tonight. I'm going to the movies. I get to keep my licence at the moment. I'm only blue low range. Relax. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, we do find with tradies that they'll go and put a really hard day's work in and then go to the pub of an afternoon, have a couple of drinks and drive home. But it only takes 1 or 2 drinks really to go over the limit, so they're risking everything doing that.
Not changing seats.
In Bathurst, police were sure the drivers switched seats, but Blade took the rap. However, a new day brings new revelations.
Blade has come into the station with his friend Blake.
Blake has informed us that he was, in fact, the driver. We had suspicions last night when we actually stopped the vehicle that they had swapped. They didn't really offer any good reason as to why they swapped it. Just for them, it appeared to be a good idea at the time.
The original charges on Blade will be withdrawn, and he'll be looking at new charges of hinder police investigation. Blake will be charged with unlicensed driving and driving under the influence of alcohol.
Blade was charged with public mischief and fined $300. Blake was convicted of drink driving. He was fined $300 and disqualified for 6 months. For driving unlicensed, he received a Section 10A bond. The landscaper in Revesby was found guilty of low-range drink driving. He was given a 12-month Section 10 bond. Newen's lab test returned a positive result for drugs. He was found guilty of driving with an illicit substance in his system and given a 6-month good behaviour bond.